Alright, Saber people, I've been trying to do this for a while, just been holidays have kept it from happening. This is my review of the Dark Warglaive and MHS parts in general. So, I picked this up a couple weeks ago. It's Dark Warglaive, it's got the V4 sound, Tricree red, pretty much standard, Obsidian 4. It's pretty nice. What I wanted was something with some flexibility though, because I'm a notoriously fickle one. I like to change things around. So the Warglaive itself is 16 inches from top of claw down to the bottom. The true kicker and what I really wanted was the MHS, which allows you to basically take off both the pommel. Down here just unscrews off real easy. I added a D-cling because I like the D-rings over the Cortex. And you can unscrew the top. I have multiple blades, as you can see. Makes it easier to move things around. So when I want to just show, I go to a theater or whatnot, I can take that. This is just the core hilt. This is what you're going to be left with. That's what you're working off of. So that core hilt is 8 inches. So that gives you good. You can use it any way you want. What I found when I do a lot of actual fighting with it. I go to the TPLA. So if I want to do a normal two-handed, what I use is a dark manticore up here. However, I picked up a scorpion pommel because this neck piece twists right off here. And then you can put that on your manticore here. Just screws right on. And then screw that onto here. That gives you a choke point right off by the top onto the emitter. And then for weight, to counterbalance it, I use a large Renegade on the bottom. So what this allows me to do is it gives me a good, strong two-handed grip. It's good, nice weight. The point of balance is right past the emitter, or right at the edge of the emitter. So it's probably right there. It's right near the end of the emitter. So it's really good for two-handed. It's basically what you want is about 3 or 4 fingers, I would imagine, past where your hand grips. Usually you'll grip right up by the emitter, but because the choke's here, that's not bad. So that's a real solid two-handed. This is with a 32-inch blade. The Warglaive wanted the 36. Now I also wanted the flexibility to run it one-handed as well. So, and the joy of the MHS is there's multiple companies that make MHS stuff, so you can find other companies that will make other saber parts. Custom places make custom saber parts. So you can go, I had a lot of the Ultrasaber ones, but I wanted one that was real small to make it easier to do one-handed. So I picked this up from an aftermarket product place. And I'm sure you can find it by doing a little goo-goo-foo. It's got a real tiny pommel with the D-ring on it. Screws right up in here. And voila, you now have a very solid one-handed saber. So that is amazing. With the 32, it puts your point of balance right about there, which is really good for spins and doing one-handed fighting. It's good to choke right up here, and you can still use it with 2 hands if you wanted to, if you got enough space at the bottom. But the weight is very light that you can easily do the one-handed. So that's what I've been using a lot lately for when I do my general fighting. So I also got, for future messing around, is the quick disconnect on the LED. So when I decide to switch it up from the red, it's just an easy pop out, change it out, slide it in, got whatever color you want. I didn't get flash and clash in this one. I want to be as bright as possible, so it is what it is right now. But between the Scorpion, with this little neck piece, and all these other pommels I got, it gives you really a lot of room in how you can change it up. So there are a lot of other saber companies out there, and you could build it on your own. I'm not very good at building. I'm not good at soldering or anything like that. So this was the best way for me to be able to easily functionality change everything around without having to buy a new saber every time. So I can go make a nice light side saber. I can leather wrap it. I can do something like similar to this one. I just put Aki tape. It gives you a good grip on it. and I had this hockey taped with leather cord. You just run the leather cord and then put the hockey tape over. It gives you a good groove on how you want to hold it. But you can use this Scorpion on the bottom with the Scorpion. You can run it with pretty much any of the pommels. It's like a little choke point. I essentially got the Scorpion pommel it's just for that reason. So if I wanted to make my point of balance even further, I could do something like that, which gives you a real good heavy weight in the back, which will bring your point of balance further down the hilt. So if you wanted it more in the hilt, you can put more weight on the bottom. If you want more hilt up on the blade, you want to make your weight on the bottom as small as possible. That's what this little guy's for. So I could put it up there where like a normal sword is. But if you really want something, you know, big and beefy, you could go. This is probably about as big as I'm gonna get, and it is pretty much monstrosity huge. So what we're running here would be the Warglaive emitter, Warglaive hilt, Renegade pommel with the Scorpion neck, and I mean literally it's like 6 inches between my hands here. It's huge. It's almost like a staff, and it's, if you want something beefy, you can literally go from that. That would get you a total length of 17, compared to if you wanted to go as small as possible. Take all this off and go back to the single-handed one. And this is like this being able to do this stuff this fast is just amazing. And literally changing out the MLS, the LED would add another 15, maybe 20 seconds of time. So if I wanted to go small, you can go from 17 to that big one down to a wee little 9.5. So you save 8 inches or add 8 inches. So that's pretty amazing. I love the glow on these. They're just so nice. I can't say any more good stuff about this company. It's a great company. Their ship times are real fast. I like them a lot. So that's it. MHS, when you buy, you want to make sure it says MHS pommel, emitter, and pommel if you want to get the MHS stuff, because some of these, like these old ones, are the more like stunt saber ones. You can get MHS on the bottom usually, but the top, this doesn't come off. You can do some customization and whatnot. I just ground off this with some sanding and just get a little more texture and just some light weathering on it. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, if you got a budget and you want to be able to change it around and not have to buy 7-8 sabers, go for the MHS stuff. It's a good way to go. Again, it's the Dark Warglaive from Ultrasabers. Great company. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.